Monday the 5th of April 2021. This is a video to mark the birthdays of Hurricane Fly and Hardy Eustace. Hurricane is 17 and Hardy is 24. So I'm going to do a video to mark their birthdays. Now it's going to be quite a long video because there's a lot of footage of Hurricane on YouTube, and I was showing a bit of footage of Hurricane and Hardy on YouTube, but there's more of Hurricane than Hardy, and I'll show you some footage of them with footage with me and Liam at the Irish National Stud, because they retired at the Irish National Stud in Kildare after their racing career. So Liam and I know Hurricane and Hardy quite well now. We know them over 4 years. We've known them about 4 years this year. So we haven't, as you know, haven't been at the stud at all yet this year because of the COVID. But we know them quite a long time. And as you know, I'm very friendly with Hurricane. Hurricane is probably my favourite of the legends, and as you know, he's the bully of the group. But he's 17 today and Hardy's 24. Hardy was born the same year as Invincible. Invincible and Hardy share the same birthdays, or not the same birthday, but they're born the same year, 1997. So, well, it's a double celebration because Hardy and Hurricane share the birthdays on the same day. So they share the same birthdays, the same date. The birthday's on the same date. The 5th of April 2021. There's a double celebration today. So I'm going to show you some Hurricane first. To start off with, there's a lot of races here of Hurricane, and there's a few documentaries of Hurricane as well, and show you some of the stud as well, and some Hardy. Some footage of a mixture of Hardy as well, but there's mostly Hurricane than Hardy on YouTube. There's a lot of Hurricane, there's loads of countless footage of Hurricane. So I'll show you some races now. This is Hurricane, and it's the best Irish Grade 1 wins. Is the best of best wins. So it's the Grade 1 wins, and there's loads of stuff here, and there's so it'll be loads of footage to keep you entertained. So there's loads of here, and this Cheltenham here Festival 2013 as well. So Hurricane retired in 2015. So Hardy retired before Hurricane. So because he's older. So, but anyway, presumably he probably retired the same year as Invincible. Invincible retired 2001. So presumably they might have retired the same year, around the same year, or maybe a little bit later, because of Hardy being a jumper. Because usually jumpers retire at a later year. So he might have retired a little later, because he's a hurdler. And I never could understand why this was. Hurdlers always seem to retire later than flat racers, but however, that's how it works in karting and racing. But anyway, I'm going to show you some footage of Hurricane. Now this is the best Irish Grade 1 wins. Now I'm not too sure how many Grade 1 wins there is in this footage now, but I think this goes over 6 minutes. Now, here we are.
As they come down towards the last now, and it's Jonas Palm and Hurricane Fly the near side. They're in the air together. Hurricane Fly the near side, Paul Townend, Jonas Palm, Barry Geraghty inside the last 150 yards, and it's Hurricane Fly the leader. From in second, Jonas Palmer's backing on well. Cousin Vinny is third, up towards the line. Hurricane Fly is gonna win it by about a head for Paul Townend, and Willie Mullins. Jonas Palm second, Cousin Vinny third. Aura About You is fourth. Coming down to the final flight, Solwyn with Hurricane Fly, coming there strongly now for Paul Townend. They're at the final flight, Solwood pressed by Hurricane Fly. 1,000 Stars in third. They're inside the last 150 yards. Solwood on the inside of Hurricane Fly. It's a tremendous battle. It's Solwood and Hurricane Fly. Hurricane Fly is winning. Hurricane Fly wins it for Paul Townend and Willie Mullins. And it's Hurricane Fly and Solwood. They're having yet another big battle. The final flight, the BHP Insurance Irish Champion. And Hurricane Fly is over a few lengths clear. And on the run in, it's Hurricane Fly from Solwood and 1,000 Stars. And running up towards the finish, Hurricane Fly is going to continue his winning ways for Paul Townend and Willie Mullins. And Big Solwood yet again. 1,000 Stars is third. Then Colin Evident is fourth here in some limit. Hurricane Fly has been ridden up on the outside by Ruby Walsh to join issue. They're at the final flight. Hurricane Fly lands in the lead from Southpur in second and racing up towards the finish. Hurricane Fly is back in winning ways after a disappointing run at Cheltenham where he lost his crown. Hurricane Fly and Ruby Walsh will score in great style. A 1-2-3 for Willie Mullins, Southpur second, 1,000 Stars third, and the real Article fourth.
And Hurricane Fly on a tight lane. Ruby Walsh comes through the lead. Goes away in strides from Rocco Ruby. 1,000 Stars, so young is running on. Then Rebel Fitch, but at the final flight. Hurricane Fly over 3-4 lengths clear. It's growing all the time. It's Hurricane Fly as per usual. It's been a perfect year. And it's an unbelievable 16 great ones for Willie Mullins. Class 2 winner. And gets a great reception from the crowd. Hurricane Fly, 4 Rabobank champions in a row.
They're on the run down now towards the final flight, and it is in the centre our corner. Hurricane Fly now looming up large on the outside. Jeski on the outside of Captain Cindy. The final flight in the Ryanair hurdle. Hurricane Fly over in front of our corner, followed by Jeski. They're racing inside the last 150 yards. It's Hurricane Fly. Jeski running on towards the outside, but Hurricane Fly, it's number 18, great ones for the champion hurdler. O'Connor and Jersey both
Fantastic,
the
isn't it?
moves now up on the outside. And there's 4 in a line as they race for the final flight in the BHP Insurance Irish Champion Hurdle. In the centre, Hurricane Fly. O'Connor is coming down in the centre. Jersey is ridden on the outside. Coming down to the final flight. Hurricane Fly. O'Connor put in a tremendous jump on the near side. They're racing inside the last 150 yards. O'Connor, Hurricane Fly is hard ridden on the inside. He's coming back. He's batting like a demon through. Winning for the 4th time. And Hurricane Fly wins. Race number 119. Jeski, the current champion, moves up on the outside from Mark 1. Tracked all the while now by Hurricane Fly, who's moved in the slipstream. They're coming down towards the final flight. Jeski and Mark 1. Here comes Hurricane Fly on the near side as they come to the final flight. And Hurricane Fly lands the quicker away from the final flight. It's Hurricane Fly in the lead. And Hurricane Fly leads by a length to Jeski. And up towards the finish. Hurricane Fly will bring down the house. And Hurricane Fly is back to winning ways. It's a battle of the champions now. And Hurricane Fly, the course fastest. Jeski on the inside. They fly the final flight. Hurricane Fly, Jeski on the outside are Arctic Bar. They're racing up towards the finish. Hurricane Fly from Jeski and Arctic Bar. It's a tremendous battle. The Hurricane is unbeaten at Leopardstown. Jeski is travelling strongly for Tony McCoy on the outside of Flint. Then comes Fiscal Focus. Hurricane Fly just in behind them on the inside. Arctic Bar and Tiger Road. Now they're on the run for the home turn. And Tony McCoy has sent Jeski on. Hurricane Fly has gone after him now. And Arctic Fire chases both of them. It looks like a repeat of last time. And they make their way down to the final flight. It's Jeski in front. Here comes Hurricane Fly to loom up and eyeball them. They're racing now towards the final flight. Arctic Fire is only a couple of lengths down. Hurricane Fly and Jeski on the inside. On the outside, Arctic Fire over the last. Hurricane, oh, Jeski has made a blunder. And Hurricane Fly is in front. Arctic Fire on the outside. This is an unbelievable racehorse. Hurricane Fly, 10 out of 10. Beats his direct record of 5 in the race. And Hurricane Fly wins again at Leopardstown.
That's amazing. It's some racehorse. He's something else to tell you that. Shoot champion. He's a true champ, my friend. look at that. I wish he wouldn't hit him so much though. Gee, could give him right beating. Here's Hurricane Fly BHP Insurance Irish Champion Hurdle Grade 1 2015. This is the year that he retired now. This is the year he retired. So he only had retired 2 years before he came to the stud. So
It looks as though Clint is going to make the running. Jet Ski and Hurricane Fly about to tuck in behind. Let's join Des for commentary on the big one.
Goes straight into the lead, being followed this time by Jeski, who's leading Hurricane Fly by a couple of lengths, with the 4-year-old Fiscal Focus in 4th place, just ahead of Arctic Fire and Tiger Roll. So on to the first flock, and it's Plint and Robbie Power in the lead, followed by Jeski in 2nd, who jumps close up towards the leader. Fiscal Focus on the outside of Hurricane Fly, and they're being followed by Arctic Fire, and Tiger Roll is just the back marker of the 6th, so they passed the winning post, and it's Plint and Robbie Power being pushed along to lead a couple of lengths to Jeski 2nd, Hurricane Fly on the inside of Fiscal Focus, Arctic Fire and Tiger Roll. On they go away from the stands, and it's Plint and Robbie Power in the lead to Jeski, the reigning champion, and Tony McCoy, former champion and attempting to win this race for the 5th time, and break his de Brack's record, is the course specialist, unbeaten in 9 here at Leopardstown on the inside. The 4-year-old Fiscal Focus, an impressive winner here last time, with Mikey Fogarty on the outside. They're followed by Arctic Fire, very creditable third behind the big two here at Christmas, and Tiger Roll and Brian Cooper is the back marker. Out over that flight, and Plint from Jeski now, who's moved up on the outside, and in 3rd place is Fiscal Focus. They're followed by Hurricane Fly, Arctic Fire, and the back marker is Tiger Roll. So they're racing to the 10 furlong point. They're beginning the good run towards the 4th, and Plint just a length in front of the similar owned Jeski in 2nd. In 3rd is Fiscal Focus, being followed by Hurricane Fly in 4th. Then 2 lengths to Arctic Fire and half a length to Tiger Roll. Setting their sights now on the 4th flight, the first up the far side, which will bring them close to the halfway point, and it's Plint the leader by half a length to Jeski. Fiscal Focus and Hurricane Fly are followed then by Arctic Fire and Tiger Roll. Now they come towards the 4th, and it's Plint and Jeski almost on terms now on the outside. They're being followed by Fiscal Focus and Hurricane Fly, followed then again by Arctic Fire on the outside of Tiger Roll. As they race right across from the stands, they've got 4 left to jump, and Plint and Jeski closely followed by the 4-year-old Fiscal Focus, a couple of lengths then to Hurricane Fly in 4th place, and then as they race away from that one, Arctic Fire and Tiger Roll, but up front Plint and Jeski going along a couple of lengths in front of Fiscal Focus. A break of 2.5 to 3 then to Hurricane Fly in 4th, who's just ahead of Arctic Fire and Tiger Roll. 3rd to the finish now, and Jeski lands just in front with Plint, followed by Fiscal Focus. Still a couple of lengths to Hurricane Fly in 4th, and then comes Arctic Fire as they race now to begin to make the swing. A long run towards the 2nd last, and Plint and Jeski in 3rd place, Fiscal Focus, then Hurricane Fly in 4th. Ruby just niggling him along a little bit to close. Arctic Fire a couple of lengths back in 5th, and then Tiger Roll. Now they come across with 2 to jump, and Jeski is travelling strongly for Tony McCoy on the outside of Plint. Then comes Fiscal Focus, Hurricane Fly just in behind them on the inside. Arctic Fire and Tiger Roll. Now they're on the run for the home turn, and Tony McCoy has sent Jeski on. Hurricane Fly has gone after him now, and Arctic Fire chases both of them. It looks like a repeat of last time as they make their way down to the final flight. It's Jeski in front. Here comes Hurricane Fly to loom up and eyeball them. They're racing now towards the final flight. Arctic Fire is only a couple of lengths down. Hurricane Fly and Jeski on the inside. On the outside, Arctic Fire over the last. Jeski has made a blunder, and Hurricane Fly is in front. Arctic Fire on the outside. This is an unbelievable racehorse. Hurricane Fly, 10 out of 10. and fiscal focus.
Really? Tiger Roll, eh? They raced against Tiger Roll. Let's show that to Liam now. Tiger Roll, my god. Cheltenham Festival 2013. Let's see what this one then. What's this one?
Everywhere the feeling stays. I wanna love you, but I'm getting blown away.
A winner of 26 races, 22 Grade 1 successes, 2 champion hurdles at Cheltenham, 5 Irish champion hurdles at Leopardstown, and over €2.5 million in prize money. Oh, and a world record that is unlikely to be beaten in our lifetime. Hurricane Fly was simply one of the greatest racehorses we have ever seen. Twice a winner on the flat in France before being acquired by Willie Mullins on behalf of George Crichton and Rose Boyd. His Irish debut came on a quiet Wednesday evening in Punchestown with a facile 12-length success that suggested this was a 4-year-old with a lot of promise. When the Fly won at Leopardstown for the first time, he beat a very good horse of Noel Meade's called Go Native, sprinting away from the final hurdle and winning by 10 lengths at his ease. It was a second Grade 1 as he had already won the Royal Bond Novice Hurdle at Ferryhouse the previous month. Leopardstown would become Hurricane Fly's home from home, and of his record-breaking 22 Grade 1 wins, 10 of them would come at Leopardstown. Despite being written off by some over the summer of 2014, having been beaten by jet ski at both Cheltenham and Punchestown, Hurricane Fly bounced back to winning ways at Punchestown in the Morgiana Hurdle last November, before returning to Leopardstown to win a thrilling renewal of the Ryanair Hurdle, where he once again got the better of jet ski.
They're coming down towards the final flight. It's the battle of the champions now, and Hurricane Fly, the
This
course
is an old film now. This is not recent now. He doesn't race last November. This is in the stuff since 2015. So this is a very old film now. He didn't race last November, so in case you're confused, he's in the stuff since 2015. So this is a very
It
old
literally
film.
was beginning to resemble a rivalry between two heavyweight boxers. To become a world record breaker, you need a lot of attributes, and Hurricane Fly had them all. He may not have been renowned for winning the pre-race Best Turned Out award, but what he didn't have in looks, he made up for in courage, determination, and sheer class. When Jet Ski and the Fly returned to Leopardstown in January for another ding-dong battle, things would look a little worrying for Hurricane Fly's supporters. Victory looked out of the question for the Fly on this occasion, as Ruby Walsh was clearly anxious in the early part of the race, and the horse was under pressure much further out than was ideal. But by the time the race was reaching a climax, Hurricane Fly was only getting going, and he pinged the final hurdle on his way to yet another memorable success.
And Hurricane Fly is in front, Optic Fire on the outside. This is an unbelievable racehorse. Hurricane Fly, 10 out of 10, beats his direct record of 5 in the race, and Hurricane Fly wins again at Leopardstown.
His victory lap around the parade ring gave some racegoers a moment they'll never forget.
He's over 6 years in
With thanks to
charge
Willie
now, so
Mullins,
it's
they
all
literally
time
met
since
the Fly.
But
But behind any top sports star or any horse that is going to be such a dominant force, you need a quality backroom team to match. The time Willie Mullins gave the horse in his younger years undoubtedly aided him in becoming the champion that he was. Cole Townend, the understudy to Ruby Walsh and Willie Mullins, played an integral part to this horse's progress at home, and when called upon, won 6 Grade 1 races on Hurricane Fly in the heat of battle. Gail Carlisle was probably only ever away from the horse's side for the 6 or 7 minutes that he was out on the track. Such dedication, effort and care did she give to the horse throughout his career that she became the first groom to be nominated for a Horse Racing Ireland award this year. There are many more who have played a part in making Hurricane Fly the Arkle of his generation, but the aforementioned were all on the important front line. Deep down though, Hurricane Fly had something that any successful man or beast needs, and that is a sheer will to win. And the Fly had so much will to win, he probably could have spared a bit to share around. We were privileged to be around to see a warrior, a champion, a world record holder, and of course, a legend.
Somewhere safe where the feeling stays. I wanna love you, but I'm getting on the way.
It's known as the Fly in its racing days. It's not a race horse anymore. That's a very old film. Like, in case you're confused, he's 6 years retired now. Well, 6 years retired this year. So it's an old film. It's the Cheltenham Festival 2011.
Away they go. They're off and running for the Stan James Champion Hurdle of 2011, and it's a quick run to the first of 8 flights. Overturn and Bygones of Brid taken on the outside. Peddler's Cross touchdown in 3rd place. Oscar Whiskey behind him in 4th, with Menora on the rail 5. Trapped there by Hurricane Fly in the Royal Blue Jacket. Alongside him is good compatriot Dungrib, held up Khyber Kim Mill Chief 1000 Stars, and last of all is Clark's Choice. Quite a long run then before they get to the second flight as they settle down here, and a good pace being maintained by Overturn. Leads by about 2 lengths to Bygones of Brid on the outside. These two tanking